Welcome back, everybody. For those that were at the show this morning, we did a little bit of talking about Kiely, did a week recap. A lot of it I was having to bite my tongue because I had to save it for the afternoon show. Let's see who's in here. Angel P. I got quite a chuckle out of this. She said, tag your it. Katie Bird, Lisa, Where's Summer 800 TBI Find? Hello. Preschool Granny. Hello, Big T. Steve Beasley. There's our friend Steve. Jules, Wolfcat, May, Misty Doo. Pardon how I talk. I had to go to the dentist today. I went there after the show, the weekly recap we did this morning, and had to have a little filling done, and the Novocaine's wearing off. So kind of like biting my tongue and everything right now. Not to keep from saying something like I should do more often. Like, I can't feel it. But anyway, we'll get through it. Hello, Uli. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Kat. What's up, girlfriend? Morgan. Hello. Morgan says, guys, I'm early. Morgan, you're never early. Let's see. Who did I miss? Just me. Just me. I sent you a message on Discord, girlfriend. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody because I feel like an asshole when I do. Hello, Tracy. Chris. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'll catch it. Jennifer, Connie, Ree. Hello, East Coast Mama. You did. You caught the beginning. Mom of Handsome Sons. Hello, the cat's life. Hey, Bonnie, what's up, girlfriend? AP. Molly, Jakey's in. Dina's in. Yessie's in. 2 times we get to see Yessie today. This morning she popped in and I was like, I haven't seen you in a while. Everybody has different schedules. Then we have Nene. Hello, Nene. Nene Nut. All right, glad everybody's here. What did you guys think about doing the weekly recap this morning? Was it a little too, all over the place? Or were you cool with it? Kind of a good decompress show? Y'all let me know. Hello, Debbie. Tracy, yes. Jagger has been deleting some things off social media. We're going to talk about that. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Damn, it's going to be an interesting Friday. So we have another press conference today. Hopefully it works smoothly like it did yesterday. I've got KCRA pulled up. And oh boy, is the heat turning up. Questions are being asked that certain people aren't happy about. I'm not naming any names. I'm not going to name any names. I was raised better than that. But I'm telling you, when simple questions can't be answered with ease, then something lies underneath. Parking has come up again. Remember, we were talking the other day when JPL was there live on the scene, and she was at the community meeting and asked specifically about the parking, and Sammy, I leaked a name. Sammy got upset. Why? Now we're hearing about people pushing 30 that said that the party was planned like a month before and that they showed up with, cocaine and shrooms. What a party. That's insane. A lot going on. Let's bring up our favorite investigative journalist, JPL. Hello, JPL. Are you still eating your cold lobster from last night that you didn't eat?
No, I'm done. It was actually really good because it's only 4 little pieces and those went down so fast.
Well, nobody here's jealous that you got to go have lobster last night, but you were too full on appetizers to even eat your lobster.
Yeah. Wait till I tell you about the appetizer. It was on a stick, and they were called lobster corn dogs. Okay? And it was basically a corn dog that was wrapped in a lobster claw or some big part of the meat. And they just put corn dog around it. It was absolutely fabulous with whatever dip they And so, yeah, we kind of did that and filled up on that, and it was good. We couldn't even walk out of the place.
Well, while you were having the king's dinner, I had a hamburger patty and some cottage cheese. What kind of friend are you, JPL? All right. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding.
Love you.
April C says, you have my full attention. Oh, girl, I'm going to get even more attention from you this afternoon because Scooby and the gang are at it again. All right. So the press conference is coming up. Looks like law enforcement's clapping back. Now, they could do it much sterner, but they are correcting people on social media because they have nothing else to do, right? Like, they don't need to be looking for Kiely. They're having to take their time and address people on Twitter and Facebook to correct them and say, no, you give us tips. I knew this day was coming. So when people said, oh, I think it's good that they're utilizing them. You heard me yesterday. I said, not in my America. Hell no. GPL, your tax dollars go for them to do the job. They never asked these kids to do all this.
That's right. No. And if they did, they are tapped in so much that they know they're either wired or whatever. These team meetings are very God, I just tell you, if they say no cops, no adults, no media is allowed, it's just teens and us talking. And I'm praying that there's like an undercover teen there.
Yeah, I hope somebody's around there that looks young for their age, that maybe just got out of the police academy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be the best option. Or even say, I'm telling you, they have to know what's going on in that meeting with those kids. They have to. They can't just, like I was talking about yesterday, they can't just rely on the post office or the telephone, the third party of how it really went down. Oh, she told me, I think I remember her saying, something like that. We don't need that. We need it straight from the horse's mouth.
Okay, I've got a problem with this. I missed this. Chosen Angel said very sketchy. Sammy said she'd even lie to the cops and go to jail at the community meeting to cover for someone in front of the cops.
She did.
Okay, damn it, someone help me. Go ahead, JPL.
She said that, and I almost like what? And I could see the police's their face, and of course they've got all their poker faces going. But what? She's like, you will be completely anonymous. You will completely anonymous. They would have to come after me to get to, And I'm thinking, I'm sure after she said that, they had a few things to say to her.
Yeah, they're not correcting them in public, but now they are, because overnight they're jumping into these comments saying, no. Yep. So that you gave that deputy a heads up Wednesday night, and you said, what is this? People are supposed to turn tips in. And he goes, what is she doing? He knew exactly who you were talking about. He said, what is she doing?
Yeah.
Not trying to throw any hate at Sammy. I don't want people, going after Sammy. But I'm telling you, this is a very dangerous thing to do.
Yeah. You don't need to be using them as much because, and I don't know what they've told her or, but she's getting onto a lot of social media platforms giving interviews, and that I'm surprised that they aren't clamping down on that. Or her mother. Hello, I wouldn't want my daughter exposing herself like that.
Well, it's dangerous as hell because people on the internet are crazy AF, first of all. And second of all, you have the most important thing Kiely is missing. Whether she's in Reno partying it up or she clearly is in Timbuktu, like Sammy says, or she has had a wreck and they're trying to find her. Seems like they're not leaning that way anymore. They've got some very specific questions about da 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 da. This is going to make people clutch their pearls because they've been arguing with us, JPL. Not anyone in here because you guys are all too cool for school. The parking. Well, no shit. Well, no shit.
Yeah, the parking is a big question. Who are the other two girls? If she doesn't want to say where, and maybe that is the evidence that they need to keep quiet, is where exactly they were parked. And there were two other people in the car, apparently. So those people have been told, don't say anything.
Mhm.
I just think there's something about that car. Where were they parked? Where was it? And like I said, was it on the beaten path away from everybody? Or was it really close to where they were? There's something.
But we don't have an answer. We're going to look at a news clip again where she kind of points out that's where she was parked. But they came out today. We need more information about where was the car. Bob says, how does Sammy know? You're going to love this, JPL. This is just for you. How does Sammy know Kiely's CRV has hubcaps? Did Sammy help change a tire on it?
Oh, that's a good one. Hubcaps. That is an odd one. Why would she say it had hubcaps? Well, she was describing the car. I remember her saying, it has a sticker of something on her front windshield. It has a sunroof. But that, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll say something else at this news conference.
Yes, I'm going to put that up in just a second. We have about 2 minutes. Crafty One said, hi, I've just seen your message. Can I just say, I think the police are giving her enough rope to hang herself. That's got to be it.
That would be good too. Exactly. It's like, oh, we're going to help you. Oh, we're going to help you. You're on our side. And yet really we're working. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Court K. Brooks, did you watch the video I sent about the parking? I showcased it on the show yesterday, Court K. You weren't paying attention. We're going to watch it again today. You get all the credit. Yeah. April C said hubcaps. I missed that one. Good find. That's why I love this community, because nothing gets past us. All right, let me see if I can get this up. Mama K, was there a press conference today? Should be any second, Mama K. Search for, where's it at? KCRA. All right, so I've got it up. Let's see. Yesterday I just went to videos. I don't know why I have such a hard time. Harry Potter themed pop-up bar opens in Sacramento. Are you going to go to that, JPL?
Oh my God, no. But I think that's really funny.
Want to ride the Polar Express?
Exactly. That should be a stripper bar.
Okay, Kamala Harris is talking. Maybe
his inner circle as they've tried to navigate the very.
Not it. All right, we'll give it a second. It was on KCRA yesterday, so we'll see. I think the day before we found it on ABC 10. Let me get that pulled up. Hang on.
They really edited these because they're not showing everything that happened at that community meeting. They really edited a lot of it.
Didn't edit it for us because you were sitting there on the front row. You're the one that got Sammy all
I wish that I could have had you guys watch it. It's just I was near the front row and they were sketching me out. They were looking at me and when I had that Sammy, when I was asking that question, she was looking at me like, oh fuck. She's asking about parking. That's the look she gave me. And then her mom's got the arm around her. Her friend with the head. I think she has a little thing on her head, like a little bandana. She has blonde hair, and she was in between the mom and she, and then all the whispering, and it was just very odd. Very odd.
Okay, April said it's on. I've got KCRA and I've got ABC 10 out of Sacramento. We're going to play this game again. Where's it at?
I don't know.
Responded and found a man who was shot. He died.
That's not it. April, where's it at? Well, where's she streaming it from? I can't stream from another channel.
Thank you guys so much for the comments. I can't really comment back, but I'm not afraid to just go up to people and ask them things. I mean, the people I did encounter were the right people. The first set of police officers that came through the door happened to be Captain Dan Brown and the bald guy and then he had a hat on. So I asked the right people, and then I bump into Kiely's father, and that was even weirder.
Our sole purpose in this investigation and search is to bring Kiely home to her family, and we need the community's help.
Well, I gotta find where it's at. Anybody have an idea? Let me look at KCRA again. KCRA today. It's not on the website. I looked at that too. Let's see, ABC 10. This is getting to be quite a fun game. Every day. Trying to find, and you're not supposed to cover up their watermark. It should be prevalent where you're streaming it from. I'm just saying the only reason I know that I would never have paid attention is because another YouTuber is in pretty bad trouble for that. Not wishing that on anybody, just word to the wise.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
No, we don't want that on anybody. All right, well,
The only thing I can think of is that they are saving it for their 4 o'clock and they're editing everything. They take their video.
It's streamed in other places. Let me look on that one website.
Oh, look at that one dude, that one guy that takes the calls. His is streaming.
Yeah, but everybody's got the watermark covered up, so you can't see what station it's from. You don't know. It's not KCRA or ABC 10 because I've got those two pulled up, and all I see is Kamala Harris's ass.
Yeah, I can't think of who else was there that was covering it. Maybe a Reno station.
All right, let's try that. Do you know the call sign for them?
I don't. Does anybody in chat know that? Any Reno people?
KTVN2. All right, here we go. Let me try that. Give me.
Thank you, Jules. You rock too, Jules. Yeah, when I drove 80 towards Truckee, there are so many different reservoirs and places to fish and off the beaten path. All you see are trees, but behind those trees are these little reservoirs and lakes and I don't know how much they looked at the other side of towards Lake Tahoe, because if you go south,
drinking and drug usage, that's not our interest right now. That won't be our interest in this case. Our sole mission is to bring Kiely home to her family, and that's what we want everybody to understand. We've been saying this from day one. It's now day 6.
Here we go.
Yep.
Are those adults going to be held accountable for impeding within the information being brought to you?
Potentially, if we can prove that this is actually happening. Remember, these are just reports that we're receiving. If there is solid evidence, we'll have to pursue it. That's also our job. But again, right now, our sole focus and our only focus is to bring Kiely home.
Are those reports coming out of our community?
Yes.
Within the North Lake Tahoe Truckee area?
Yes.
Thank you.
As far as search efforts or maybe interviews that you guys have conducted from yesterday to today, has anything new panned out or new information to share?
There's no new information to share, but we will say that each day our detectives and our search and rescue crews do continue to search different areas, and they continue to interview new people, and they continue to develop new leads that need to be followed up on. And one thing that I think I'd like to clarify is that our detectives cannot debunk or not confirm any type of lead within minutes, right? So I can't debunk a lead and say, oh, this is false information in 5-10 minutes. Some of these leads take days to thoroughly investigate, and that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing from the first day of the search, thoroughly searching and thoroughly investigating. So this is a very complex process, and again, we're looking for the community's help to help lead us to Kiely.
Yesterday, I think one of the officials, they described this situation as looking for a needle in a haystack, but we don't know where the haystack is.
Right.
Is that still the case?
That is still the case. We wish it weren't. Are there any more questions?
There's the report of the couple that went missing on their way home from August nights in Rio. The search effort to find them, will that be taking resources away from this search effort?
I'm going to let Lieutenant Perry from the Nevada County Sheriff's Office answer that.
I am Lieutenant Perry. I'm the Investigations Lieutenant for Nevada County Sheriff's Office. We did have to pull one detective today for that investigation, as well as some of our investigative efforts down the hill to look into that. And we're currently working hand in hand with the Yuba City Police Department on that investigation.
Thank you so much. This concludes the press conference.
Oh, shit. Okay, we got to find the whole press conference because that was very short. That wasn't, what was that, 7 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
When we came
Now
in,
they need the community meeting, which will probably be later.
they seem a little pissed off. Okay, hang on. Every time I get dental work done, I was telling JPL about this. My sinuses must sit right on top of my damn teeth because if I have anything more invasive done than just a fluoride wash, my nose starts running. I'm coughing. It's insane. Yeah, Angel, that's it. That was nothing. Oh, but Mama Kay, it was something because as we came in, my ears perked. They were asking Angela specifically about the interference in the investigation. And she goes, well, that is something we'll be looking into if we can prove it. I can help you, Angela. I'm here. I'm here, Angela. Now, I don't want these kids in trouble, but I want the nonsense to stop because she's pissed. She's frustrated. So's the other guy. They're done. They're like, it's day 6. It's day 6. We have looked everywhere. We've got California Highway Patrol. We've got searchers everywhere. We've got helicopters everywhere. They're not talking. What the hell is going on? Okay, so I got to find by now, in a little bit, they'll have it all put together and they'll have it probably on KCRA or one of those. Interfering with an investigation. She looked a little irritated. What do you all think about that? That's why I named the title. They're clapping back. Law enforcement's clapping back. They're having to answer people on social media to say, no, call 530-886-5375. Not Jagger, not Sammy.
Yep. Those are not the people to be calling. They should be calling only law enforcement, not teenagers.
I hate to say I was right.
I mean, they're going in a way of, well, these teenagers will talk to other teenagers. Well, not if they're, no. We're not going to get the third hand tip. And this lady, I can see her frustration. That was for the press right there. Now they're probably going to do the community meeting later with the family.
She allowed that question to be asked. Now, obviously, you don't know what they're going to spout out, but she addressed the question. There was no, we can't answer that right now. She said, could be.
Yeah, that's because that was to the press. The press, they ask questions. When there's the press people are in there, everybody's in there, from the television stations to the newspapers to the Daily Mail. They are in there, and sometimes they'll pop up with a question, and then they'll address it. And you can see their frustration. They are pissed.
Yeah, and here's an interesting question. Chosen Angel said, I got a question. I wish I could ask her. Was the phone intentionally shut off, or can you tell? Can you tell? I don't know. Pat K said, those kids need to man up and help. That's what I'm saying. This is getting ridiculous. These aren't kids' games. She's missing. I'm not going down the she had a car accident route anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not. Why are they asking for tips if she could have had a car wreck somewhere around a 12-mile radius? They've had helicopters all over it. All over it. Let me look at KCRA. Hang on. Somebody's going to have it up really fast. Even though it was just a short clip, that's okay. KCRA. What's your favorite local station that you get the best news, JPL?
Well, lately I haven't been watching it because of my husband. He is like an encyclopedia of every station. So I'm like, so I usually go to KCRA because I know people there.
Right.
Channel 10, they used to be my favorite. Channel 13 is really very, it's kind of funny. They're very for the people. They're very mainstream. The others seem to lean towards their network. I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh, I get you. It's maddening watching the news. It's like, no, I want the news. Yeah. Let me know what's going on. Like, just tell me how it is. Trust me, I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. It's not up yet, but we have got to see this. Because she looked annoyed. Angela looked annoyed. Do we blame Angela? Does anybody here blame Angela for looking like she could bite through a cinder block right now? We need kids to talk. They know something more is going on. Like it's been talked about over and over. There's social media. A lot of people are putting this together. Who's friends with who? Okay, there's social media, and I haven't gotten into it. I leave that up to the professionals like you guys. From what I'm understanding, there's social media. These kids, it's a chess game that even Bobby Fischer couldn't figure out. It's all over the damn place. And I said on the show this morning, I said, look, they all know the protocol, who it's cool to be friends with on social media, who it's not, who to follow, who not, all that stuff. I have a feeling a lot of connections were dropped after this party on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Some people might not like Sammy, and they're going to be like, you know what? She is one of those girls that she's not trustworthy, or I saw her at the party that she was, something. I'm telling you, there's people cutting off relationships right and left after that thing.
Oh, big time. Lori, Ictamel covered. Yeah, we caught it too. We missed like the first 2 minutes, which that might have been all the good stuff. But like I said, my eyes are wide open when the report.
Yep, they've done all the sonar. They've even had mothers and fathers in the water looking. So all these bodies of water they're going to with the sonar, with these little submarine cameras. So yeah, and the parents literally have been in the water. I saw them wet, and they had just gotten out of the river, and it's sad. It's really sad when that father said, "This is not just my daughter, she's all of yours in Truckee, because she was born here, and things like this don't happen. They have hikers get lost. They get, stupid people doing stupid things, but this never happens. It just is not of the norm there. So this party got out of control, and a lot of people heard about it, and a lot of people could have been older, and they look 25 there with other drugs. God, these kids, it's amazing if they even remember anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of going back to, was this party even as big as what they're saying? And like when you were there on Wednesday, the guy was just kind of shaking his head. He goes, "This never happens."
Yeah,
this never happens. We don't have anything like this. Like you said, a hiker. But I mean, she's just vanished. And then Sammy talks about, other kids are scared to come out and stuff like that. I don't know where she's getting that. They're getting tips in, just not what they need. So who directed this investigation the wrong way, possibly? I mean, both Sammy and Mags were on national news talking about bong rips, being drunk. I mean, Sammy, you said you didn't feel safe to ride with Kiely because she was too drunk. So you left her by herself to drive her too drunk self home. I didn't catch that on the local Sacramento news. That was on my news, on NBC Nightly News here in Oklahoma.
Well, I'm wondering, remember we were talking about how she made a slip when she was talking to another YouTuber, and she was in her car and she's talking to this guy, and she made a slip about when she talked to her or when she texted her, and said that she was on her way home, and that either she was started saying driving, I'm driving, and then she's like, I'm on my way home. So was she driving somebody else's car, or was she the that's very strange. And then she always would put her hands behind her ears, her hair behind her ears. Like, it's almost like that's her anxiety, frustration. She just flips her hair behind her ears. But it's very telling.
Because there's a lot of stuff to keep straight. Britt's been in chat. She's not in here today, but she camps out in that area. And she said, no way was this party going on to the magnitude they're describing. She mentioned the fire rangers and other things.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember her talking right in front of those cops, and her back was to the police. And when she was talking about, come to me, come to these team meetings, and they're all anonymous, and and these cops are just like, and how she said they would have to put me in jail, to get the information. It's like, you could see these people. They do have their poker faces, but they are also going, what in the fuck is she saying? In front of us.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? April said the phone was at the party. A text from that phone was at the party. Was she even at the party? That's the question everyone's asking today. It seems that law enforcement's asking too. They're asking. And now I'm thinking more. They brought up yesterday the play fight. The play fight. It's funny. They brought that up in yesterday's press conference, but the evening before is when it got around that Sammy had done so she did that Wednesday night. Did we go through it yesterday, the day before? I'm getting my days turned around. When she said, oh, we had boxing gloves on and I was overwhelmed by this party. And sometimes I've been to parties and I was underwhelmed, but this one was to her liking. So we're good. And talks about the play fight with the boxing gloves and everything. So they're asking yesterday about the fight. Okay. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but I can't wrap my mind around it. If poor Kiely left the party too drunk to drive, as Sammy has told us, fun fights, right, Molly? If she had an accident after the party, then it would be as simple as this. And you would only need to really ask Sammy, right? Because she knows everything. Or somebody who was there past when Sammy left, obviously. Forgive me for that. So if she had an accident after the party, then the investigation would be pretty simple. Somebody would say, yeah, I saw her leave around, say midnight or whatever. And when she just turned left out of here, done, over. But law enforcement has more questions about her car, when it was seen, parked, where it was parked on that night, or was it even seen? Look at this. Six days on from her disappearance, authorities are still struggling to piece together details about where exactly Kiely Rodni's car was last seen at the campground party. You have, I don't care about how stoned and drunk they were. There is somebody there that can tell you where the damn car was. Investigators were asked at a community meeting on Thursday night where Kiely's car, the CRV, was parked at the Prosser Family Campground on August 6th. Well, and what other vehicles were parked near it. Officials said that was one of the details they were still trying to piece together.
Oh, Still.
Yeah.
Still. Oh my God.
They said that question is on a list of about 1,000 others we have. No wonder Angela looked like she could get into not a fun fight and start punching people. You guys are all there. We're asking you.
Yeah. Fun fight. Oh my God. I can't even imagine these kids doing that. And I've heard other people say, oh yeah, I've heard of people doing that. And I'm thinking, what planet are they from? Because I don't remember doing shit like that. Oh my God, no. I mean, that's weird. And at times they got physical, like real. So where were nobody called like a ranger or help, or was there a parent there that broke it up? That's the other thing. I'm wondering if I'm still thinking, I'm wondering if any parent popped over there and saw anything.
Obviously not, because a parent would definitely tell them. If a parent went over there to check on their kids, well, one, they're an idiot for letting them stay there. If it was the crazy party that they're, saying it is, they would take notice of something like that. But, Sammy has said to us, she's the one that really knows what was happening. So.
Yeah, she's her drink buddy. She's her,
Yeah. All right. So this is when she was on Fox 40. Court case sent this to me. Hang on. So this is where she's describing where the car was. Well, does she remember any color of car or, we're not asking for the VIN number. Can you give us a description of any other car parked around it? They want specifics for a reason. I think they're trying to pin these kids down on something because they're asking kind of the stupidest, most obvious questions that kids wouldn't think of would be important. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm wondering, you know how they have those, and I know all these kids do it. They have these, they have those, and I don't know how it is in Tahoe, but I know up in, if they're having that hot August nights in Reno, which is like basically a big, huge freaking party, and it's a car show, and they have a lot of vendors out there, and it's like really famous. It's a big, huge thing, hot August nights. So what I'm wondering is if any of those kids had those cars that they do those street racing and those, performance, crap, and then they text each other and say, hey, meet over here and we're all going to burn rubber and do donuts and whatever. I'm wondering if any of those people were there and they had any of their cameras so that people don't steal their car. They have these little cameras in their windshield so that they can see if somebody's messing with their car. Maybe they're trying to find out if any of those people are around and if they can go into their, I don't know. I'm just starting to think about that, the race or the hot August nights in Reno that weekend and people going up that way.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, let me see. Hang on. We're going all over the place, guys. Here we go. Blayton left me a comment yesterday. She said thousands of people roll into Reno for hot August nights week. They come from all over. She said, so I assumed some from the party ventured into Reno Friday night for the weekend fest. Okay, this one blew my mind. As we saw on Fox 40 yesterday, Jagger and another friend were in Reno looking for Kiely. So did she even go to the party? Or did she go to Weekend Fest and maybe something happened to her there? He is adamant. He's adamant that Kiely's fine, and I'm happy with that confidence. I really am. We don't want bad news. So I'm wondering if she was ever even at the party, or did she go to Reno instead and use the party as a cover?
You're right. But did anybody see her at that party? I mean, do they have any? Somebody has something about, here's Kiely at the party. I thought I saw a picture. I don't know, but that would be interesting.
There's way more to this. Way more. But like I said, when you ask somebody a simple question and they don't have a simple answer, there's a problem. Where was she parked? Well, who was parked around her? Because we're adults, okay? We understand this, but the kids didn't think about it. Like we were talking yesterday, there would have had to have been some kind of commotion. I don't mean anything bad or nefarious when somebody was going to leave. If it's set up the way it's described to us. You have all these cars parked around each other. Well, you're not the Jetsons. You have to move the other damn cars to get out.
Yep. And like I said, I'm wondering if anybody had cameras on their car parking out there.
Well, these kids seem to come from they come from good homes. I have a feeling that they would have,
sorry, Lola,
security and things like that on their phones. I mean, no, their phones, their phones, yeah, too. Their cars. All right. Yep. So that was brought up, and then you just brought it up too. So that definitely rang a bell. I mean, maybe she just went by the party to make an appearance. And of course, everyone's drinking and everything. And then she went to Reno because Jagger, he went to Reno to find her.
Did he really go that day though to find her? Or was he already in Reno?
Oh, good point. Maybe he didn't come from Napa. Maybe he's been in Reno.
Yeah.
Oh. Good.
That's another thing. Maybe, I mean, we don't know really where he was.
How would know? We don't know.
And he said, I talked to her that day or that night and said, be careful and don't do anything stupid. And which is
Like
weird.
he's her dad. Don't do anything dumb. But then
That's right.
tough
How
and
old is that kid? How old is the owner?
what's that?
Not to be talking about underage kids and doxing everybody, but it's out there. So I don't feel bad saying their names.
No, they're all over the news. We don't want anybody going harassing them or, doing crazy background checks on them or anything. You're not going to find anything. They're kids, but still, yeah, Scooby and the gang are all over this, but there's some pertinent points that they didn't put together. Sammy, you in particular, the police are going to ask, since the car is missing, since nobody can even tell what direction it went, where the hell was it parked the whole time?
Right.
What cars were parked around it?
Misty, you're completely correct. She did tell her mom that she didn't want to go with them to Hot August Nights and that she wanted to go to this party instead. You're right. That's a fact.
Oh, thank you, Misty Dew. We forgot all about that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, we can take that off the table for now. All right, so let's see again. Let's refresh our memories from yesterday where, hang on, here we go. Lockdown with April C. said Jagger said he was in Reno. Okay. All right, so forget the Reno thing. If her mom was there, she's not going to want to hang out with the Rents. She'd want to go to the party. Again, there's a mystery to where she was even at the damn party. So this is Sammy explaining to us where her BFF was parked the night she disappeared. Hang on.
Attended by up to 300 teens and young adults.
Her car was parked right there, along there.
Her car was parked right there along there. Hang on. Okay, we're looking at this again. I mean, I see a stump and trees, and yeah, you can fit cars in there. I don't know about 150 cars if everybody came with a friend, or let's do the math. If, you had them stacked to the brim.
That's where we would go and everything. The party was set up over here. Where that white car is where the majority of kids were standing in between these 3 trees right here. This is where the...
Hang on. Say that again, JPL.
She was parked close to where she said kind of like where the entrance of everyone coming in and going, hanging out, where that white car is. She was parked very close, but how many cars were around her at the time that they got to that party? Did they have to squeeze in, or were they, people that were there fairly early, just set up?
Well, and another thing that we're all over the place, guys. We're all over. We'll get all this sorted out and do it in order. But another thing that only adult would think of, they mentioned how the place was trashed. It looks pretty damn clean to me. Who cleaned up this insane party of the century?
The police.
Oh.
Evidence. Man, I'd be taking some of those cups and doing DNA swabs.
Yes.
Take all this trash and immediately put it into evidence. I don't care if it looks like something really innocuous. Just grab it and put it in there. I'm telling you, somebody clean that up, because it's really clean. Because kids, they're dropping their crap all over where they parked. They're dropping stuff. I was watching these kids in the parking lot right next to my car.
Yes, you were.
And they were lighting up, passing it around. News crews right behind them. I mean,
these kids aren't scared of anything they were doing at this party. Take that off the table. That's not the problem. That is not the problem here. They need to quit putting that out there. They'll only talk to us. They're more comfortable talking to their peers. They're more comfortable just talking to us. Bullshit.
Yeah.
No way. No, forget that. Forget it, Sammy. That didn't work. Betty Joe. Love that avatar, by the way. I don't believe anything the Sammy chick is saying. I believe she knows more. She knows a lot, but she's not telling us what she knows.
No.
They didn't clean it up. No, you guys are right. They didn't clean anything up.
Yeah, there really has to be something with the trash situation as well around where everyone parked. That's really, really key as well. Who did the cleaning up? Or right around where she parked, Sammy? Where did she, was there stuff around there? I know it was dark. I mean, it was probably pitch dark out there. I'm telling you, there are no lights.
All right, I got to look at this again. I'm going to mute myself because I had an echo the last time.
Okay.
Her car was parked right there, along there. That's where we would go and everything. The party was set up over here.
All right, so she's panning around. She points, that's where she was parked. The party was set up over here. How do you have all of those cars that brought said 300 people and 300 people that close in proximity? Was there any breathing room at all? Because I'm getting claustrophobic just thinking about all the cars sardined in there and then all the people. That's where, like right here by these trees.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the soiree we've been hearing about. Sorry. No, I'm no physicist, but I can tell you all that shit's not going to fit in the area she's describing.
No, because you have to remember, then this means that they were there earlier because of the proximity to where the main part of the party is. And it's very dark in there. And I'm sure they didn't want to get lost, so they parked close. And if they park close, there's a lot of people behind them. So, and like I said, there's a lot of those people coming back from Hot August Nights, people going to it, and they hear about something like this. It's very unfortunate that Sammy puts it out that she was her drinking buddy all night. She drank everything she did.
Drinking out of the same cup. It's like they had one silo cup with two straws. Jeannie says, if it was dark, then how could she know the exact spot she was parked? Did they have a campfire? What's going on? Because Molly said
no fire.
Later
no
in
campfire.
Area. Huh?
Nope. No campfire. There's absolutely no fires there. Nope.
No fires allowed there. How did we all stand there with flashlights? I heard something about glow sticks. Well, I mean,
probably. I see that.
Those don't put off much light unless they all had like their headlights and stuff on. I don't know. Jeannie, if it was dark, if it was dark, how would she know where she was parked? Obviously, it was pitch black because nobody can tell them where she was parked and who was parked around her or what cars were parked around her. Yeah, Molly says it gets dark later in that area. I'm guessing 9:30. Well,
yep.
Kiely got there about 10:30, correct? That's what we heard. Jimmy, that's a big forest though, Brooks. Thank you, Jimmy Hoffa. I'm glad you came in. Always the gatebuster. I know it's a big forest, but they were at campsite number 4. They weren't parked all over the forest, Jimmy. Okay, their phones gave off light.
Oh, that's right. That sucks your whole battery.
Okay, so now that would make sense. I'm thinking that the batteries were drained down so fast because of all the videos they were taking and stuff.
That and the flashlights just suck your drain. They just are like a big drain. You don't want to use your flashlight very long.
Okay, Angie said, play the rest of the clip. Sorry, I got off topic. Well, not off topic, just all over the place. Hang on.
Where that white car is where the majority of kids were standing. In between these 3 trees right here, this is where the lights were hung up and there were cars on here. Here's the road you take to get out here.
She hasn't been seen since.
Okay, the way she's describing it, somebody, especially with the road, if they're all lined up and down the road, she said some cars were parked over here. Here's the road. Okay, so if that's the road to get out, people have to move so you can get out.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, it would be very tough if there were as many people as they said. And that's why I'm wondering if they are putting forth the idea of cars with their cameras on to watch their car. You know, they have a specialized car and they don't want somebody messing with it. So they're going to have that video on. I don't know. I'm just, I swear I want to drive up there right now and go and see where this party was. I don't think they have, I think it is blocked off because of the investigation, but God, I would just love it. I wish I could get in there.
Oh, they have it blocked off. Really?
I'm assuming.
Okay, Jules just sent something. Hold on. Hold on.
Go, Jules, go.
Okay.
My cat is purring in the phone. Sorry. It's not me, I promise.
That's okay. That's okay. We're animal friendly here. Here's a screenshot. Rodney's friend, Sammy Smith, who was at the party with her, shared footage that showed several teens gathered at the campsite that was littered with what appeared to be bottles of alcohol. Well, proud of that, aren't we? All right, so I mean, she said a majority of the kids, that's not a majority of 300.
They're deep in the woods. They have their little tents up, and that's the other thing. People that were going to stay, they would have tents. Oh, let's all go into the tent, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean that's one snapshot she had. What the hell? Thank you, Sammy. So also, as we know, we saw this from Jagger yesterday. People asking about tips. Who do we give tips to? They're asking a specific question. Jagger says, me or the sheriff? We are all working in the same thing, and the sheriff would like me to filter through any info I can before it gets to them. And to clarify, because I might have given the wrong impression the other day, I don't think law enforcement put any of these kids in any position or title, or gave them any sort of title or qualified them to filter tips. No. And it's really burnt my ass all week that the adults in their life have allowed this to go on. I don't care if they live with their aunt, their great aunt who's never heard of a computer. It has burnt my ass all week that they have been putting this out in the universe and basically impeding an investigation. Some people call it obstruction of justice. All right, so law enforcement is coming back now and having to answer to these things. Here's one. This is from San Francisco Investigates. I hope Kiely is found safe, but I can't justify putting any more hours into this case when at Placer Sheriff and at FBI is letting Sammy Smith basically lead this investigation. Side by side with them. The info she is giving is constantly changing and misleading. I hope they find her. I think we all can share in that frustration. Am I wrong? Not picking on the kids. I'm not. I've gotten some hate for that. I'm not. This should not be allowed to go on, though. Somebody in their life has got to step in and say, let me have the phone. I pay for it, dude. Let me have it. I haven't seen you in a smock going to your part-time job at McDonald's. I pay for that shit. Let me have it. Placer Sheriff said, social media can be deceiving. That's the nice way of saying no. I wish they would have been a little more firm.
Yeah. I mean, it's become a lot of this case because these kids are getting on social media and using it as their tool. And Placer County is definitely playing on their stupidity, I think. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, if they've thought of it, the one captain that told me, Captain Brown, said, if you've thought of it, if you've thought of a question, we've already thought of it and gone over that. If you can think of it, if you've thought of something, we've probably already thought of it and gone over it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Jules, I just showed the pic. I went into my email and I got it and I put it in here. I just showed the pic. Good point, May. Hang on. If this is a campsite, were there people camping in the grounds? Could anybody else have seen that party?
That's a good question. Because when I was driving down that road, all the way down Prosser Dam Road, and I ended up at that reservoir, to my left, and I think to my right, there were different campsites. And there were areas where you could park at this one. I swear it was near the boat where you can go down to where the water is. Because it just ends. That dam road goes right into the water. So I did see a place where people could park. Maybe people did park there and then they hiked in.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
But to be drunk and high, you could easily forget where you parked in the dark, you know.
Right. No, you're 1,000,000% right. None of this makes sense. Even if they're a bunch of drunken teenagers, somebody had some sort of moment of clarity that can tell people that are trained and paid to investigate something that adds up. Something that adds up. Chosen Angel, I agree with you. Okay, so it sounds like Captain Brown is wondering if this is even real. That's what I'm thinking too. Sherry, can you find the pic of them partying with ground littered and trash? It's out there. Let me look for that. Here, hang on. Let's do a music break, guys, and I will find that. Hang with me. Give me a minute.
I don't think so.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, shit by my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot, then I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's day, cut a shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, don't live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to live, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Stadium packed, wanna rock star in this life, don't live it up on me die. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got once, so you better go live it up, cash in the bag. Stadium packed, baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Okay, I think I found it. I actually played the wrong song too. Here we go. Is this the picture? Oh, yeah, that's a lot of crap everywhere. Can you see that, JPL? Do you guys see the picture?
Yep. Now that's what I see. I mean, I'm envisioning because I have gone to, like I said, it's not unheard of that a parent would go to one of these parties. I personally have done it. I know I'm bad, but I'm the one that would hide around the bushes looking.
Right.
I'm like a Leslie Mann in that movie Blockers. I'm her. And there's these kids, they throw their trash everywhere. They don't even care. They'll just like drink something and throw it away. They're drunk.
23 humans. I count 23. There could be some standing in the back.
Yeah.
There's the 300 people. If this is a hoax, I hope they're charged.
Me too. We don't know how many tents are back there. We don't know how many. God, I wish they had pictures of that whole parking area. God, that is so key.
I'm with you, Skies World. Doesn't even look like 50 people. Sammy, you make it sound like Labor Day in the damn Hamptons. That's not what you've been describing.
Someone's bringing some alcohol. Somebody has been providing the alcohol. And I'm not kidding. I see some of those parents that went to this community meeting. I could actually see them perhaps knowing more.
Yeah.
Just in their faces. Their kid was there. Their kid told them something. They were there. They know something. They provided their kid with something to take there. You never know.
Sherry, thank you for this. Thank you, Sherry. Sammy made it sound like the next Woodstock. Yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. Burning Man 2.0. Sammy, this would underwhelm me, and I'm 47. Sherry, no more than 100 at the most. Not Woodstock. Is she in the pic? I can't enlarge it. No, you'll have to screenshot it. Sherry, you sent me on quite the adventure. I was Googling the shit out of that. I had in there Kiely Trash It picture, Kiely Rodni party. I mean, I had everything I could find to dig this up. I'm going to save this forever just for you, Sherry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a head. 8, 9. Okay, 26. So that's the picture that was provided. Okay, help me out, follow me. That's the picture that was provided, but wouldn't you provide the picture that shows what we've been talking about, which is the party was for 100 and under, which is true. There's definitely under 100 people here, but then it grew to 250, 300. So wouldn't that be the picture you provided to prove your point?
I just thought about something.
What?
Okay. What if Sammy and Kiely pre-gamed and did a few drinks before, or they were high before, and Kiely said, hold my keys because I don't want to drive drunk. I don't know. I don't know why I just thought about that. I thought maybe they were, and she said, I don't want to drive drunk. And Sammy said, well, I'm not going to get that drunk. I'm not going to drink that much. So I'll hold your keys. I don't know why I just thought about that, and they weren't parked very far.
I know what you're saying, because nothing here makes sense. She clearly said that she was going to ride home with Kiely, but she said Kiely was too drunk. Sammy is not going to be unsafe. She's not going to drive with a drunk driver. So she lets Kiely, who she's been searching for all week tirelessly, drive her own drunk self home. And she finds alternate transportation because her life is, my God, she's not going to do that. Lex Luthor, I agree. Hey, Brooks in chat. I don't agree that ABC should have claimed this photo to be Kiely. I don't see a girl in a black bodysuit, and I'm looking for green Dickie pants. I don't see that either. They shouldn't say that she's in this picture. I agree.
No. Nope.
Agree.
Maybe that's the first party picture that came in that has, I mean, I've been to family camps where they've got, the families all go up and the teens have their own little parties and the parents have their own little parties and the little ones are at the little, kid care. We have a Cal Berkeley has a camp, and that happens a lot. Believe me, nobody's ever come up missing from there. And I mean, kids are running all over the place. So at night, because it is dark, they do have those little glow sticks. They have their little lanterns. They know what they're, but it could have grown. I mean, it really could have grown. But from this picture, this is like the beginning of it.
Okay, so she was at the entire party except for when she left before Kiely. All right? So what I'm saying is just common sense. If you're driving this home, that this party overwhelmed you and you've been underwhelmed by many parties, that this one is definitely in your top 10. Why would you show them a picture of just a handful of people? Wouldn't you show them? I mean, obviously with your phone, you can't, it's not like she said, everybody get together, let's do a group photo. Wouldn't you have like different pictures to try to encapsulate the whole how big it was? This doesn't back up that this party was so huge.
Yeah, no.
And a lot of them have on sweatshirts and stuff.
Yeah, they really do. Plus, they're also talking about, in chat, I've noticed a lot of people talking about the about Sammy's slip up. was she really driving? Or was it, was she the passenger? And who was the passenger if she wasn't, or who was driving if she wasn't the passenger?
Where's the boxing gloves? I mean, I understand this isn't the only picture, but I have a lot of questions. And this can't be the beginning of the party because I'm seeing a bunch of shit all over the ground. Look at all that trash. This would have to have been further into the party because look at all the litter.
True.
This isn't when they just started congregating saying, hey, how you doing? This can't be the beginning of the party because they're putting on sweatshirts.
It's at the end. I think it might be at the end. And somebody actually has either their headlights on them or their flash went off on them.
Okay.
Because, yeah, somebody.
I don't know what time the party ended because Sammy wasn't at the end of the party. She left before Kiely. This is when, I mean, I'm just taking a guess here. This is when stuff was, this is when the party was really hopping, if you know what I mean. People are putting on their hoodies and stuff. I mean, look at it. There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. Denise Stanger. She said something, and I thought the same thing. When I saw Jagger and Katie standing there together, I thought, okay, Katie's saying that they were together that day, but yet she's with her boyfriend. She is with Jagger. And maybe she and Kiely were fighting about him. I don't know. Because she's not really popping up in any else with Sammy. She's not really popping up in anything with her.
No, she's not. And now that you think about it, does Jagger not have any, like dude friends to go to Reno with him and do this heroic mission to find Kiely? Why'd he take Katie?
Yeah.
What if she's with dangerous people? Not that he could take that on, but you know what I'm saying? He takes Katie with him. The one that was making creme brulee.
Yeah, I love that. We were making creme brulee. That's like we were planting flowers. Yeah, no, don't buy it.
Oh my!
Where were they doing creme brulee?
Lover boy. Everybody wants to hang with Jagger. All right. I had another. I love how they're asking about the parking. That cracks me up. All right. So this I'll have to read to you from my phone. This is yet another clapback from law enforcement. Let me open it up. All right. I blocked out the name. Nobody needs to know who left it on there, even though you can go to the sheriff's office. It's not anybody associated with the case. I just didn't want to put it out there. Okay, this lady, she says now I said Placer. It's Placer, correct?
Correct. Placer.
All right, forgive me. Placer County Sheriff's Office. Well, I pronounced County Sheriff's Office right, so 3 out of 4 guys, give me some credit.
At least you can read it. I'm wearing glasses and I can't read it.
That's why I had to blow it up on my phone, and I've got glasses on. Huh. She says the kids are involved. Can you verify Jagger's comments that the sheriff wants him to filter information before it goes to the police? These kids are hiding something, and that should be addressed. Exclamation point, exclamation point. No one finds it suspicious that this girl, Sammy, who wasn't even close with her, and they aren't even friends on social media, who has dated her boyfriend, is so overly involved with no emotion, and her trying to control the situation? Question mark, question mark. These kids know more than they're saying. I did not know that Sammy dated Jagger before.
Oh, see, I told you.
Yes,
there's always a boy involved. How old is this kid? What's his real story?
I don't know.
What's he doing in Napa? Did his parents move there, or is he there for school at Solano College, or who knows? Somebody said that they really think he lives in Reno.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. We're hearing again, we've got conflicting stories. Placer County Sheriff replies, that is false. All capital letters, FALSE. The only tip line is sheriff_Tahoe invest tips at placer.ca.gov. Call-in tips. It's also scrolling at the bottom. 530. Oh, this is a different number. Shut up, Brooks. 530-581-6320, option 7. I have to update that. So I'm glad it's not just us here, because I mean, I've heard that there's some other communities that are like, leave the kids alone. Don't bring the kids up. They're just kids. They're trying to help. Look, you would do the same thing for your friend. My parents would kick my ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get involved. That's what my mom would say. Don't get involved. It's dangerous. Dangerous.
Look, you got to tell them, what you saw and which way you went, and I'll deal with you later.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. The police might say you're off the hook, but I got a ticket for you.
Yeah.
No. I am so glad that law enforcement is addressing.
At least these people are putting out pressers and things like that. In other cases, you really don't get this much. I'm telling you, this is big. I mean, like they're saying, it doesn't, and I think it's because it's so close to state line that scares them.
Tracy said, shut up. Shut the front door. She said, I knew there was something about her with that situation. That's why she emphasized he was Kylie's ex. We don't know where the hell Kiely parked. We forgot she had a hoodie on, correct? A lot of details that are extremely important, but she damn sure knew to tell us they're over. She was living her single life, is what she said. Just living the single life.
Good. She said she was living the single life. Like she was going to go to this party and just live it up and meet guys and, and then Jagger says, yeah, I knew she was going and I told her to be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, yeah. Like, get hung up with some other guy.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me see if they have the press conference posted. We watched it at the very beginning of the show, but we missed like the first 2 minutes of it. Let's see. Hang on. YouTube. I feel like I'm in the mystery machine now.
I know, me too. I do. Can I be Velma?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're Daphne. You've got that pretty hair.
It's all tied up on my head right now. No, it's not posted yet. I am dying. I just want to see Angela's expression when they asked about the kids. Good grandma said, I see right through their bull hockey. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put this up again. I mean, I'm not trying to get into the kids' business. I'm really not. I don't care who dated who. This is important, though. This is important and good for this woman bringing this up, because I knew I shouldn't say me. I knew it couldn't just be us on here. That was like, no, kids, stop now. This is not cool. The kids are involved. Can you verify Jagger's comments that the sheriff wants him to filter information before it goes to the police? These kids are hiding something, and they should be addressed. No one finds it suspicious that this girl, Sammy, you are very popular, who wasn't even close with her, and they aren't even friends on social media, who also has dated her boyfriend, is so overly involved with no emotion and her trying to control the situation. These kids know more than they're saying. Direct reply to this woman. That is false. The only tip line is, meaning no, nobody said to take anything to Jagger. No one. No. Exactly, Wolfcat. We know.
Yeah, UC Santa Cruz. She was supposed to be heading. When her father said that, I was surprised because somebody else said Sierra College, and I was like, oh, because they do have a satellite college up at Truckee. So when he said UC Santa Cruz at 16 years old, I, as a parent, that would have freaked me out. Just that, her being so young with older people.
Jesse, please help us save Everly George before she is another Harmony. We can stop this before it happens to Everly. I just saw another comment about this. I just wrote this down. Yes, absolutely, Jesse. Absolutely. I'm glad you told me. If people don't tell me, I don't know. Definitely we'll start working on that. So, God, that's gonna. Now I'm thinking about Harmony Montgomery, and if I'll address that in a moment. All right, so another news clip came out last night. Jesse, I definitely will take care of that. I can't say that I can take care of it personally. I'll definitely do what I can from my end.
It's turning into Twin Peaks. Laura Palmer, I'm telling you, with these boyfriends and the girls, and I don't know. I pray it's not. I just pray it's not, and it's actually something. And I pray that it's not somebody just going that's older that was there and preyed on her and somehow watched her go to her car and she realized that she didn't have her keys or something. I don't know. If she's drunk, she's going to give up her keys. We used to have a gate, like in, what was that movie?
I don't know.
It might be, oh my God, where they go to a party and there's like a gatekeeper and he grabs all of the keys.
Ooh, I can't remember. What is it? Now it's going to drive me nuts.
I know, it's going to drive me insane. It was like, Molly Ringwald was in it. And
Ooh.
Come on, guys. But anyway, most parties, if they're local or there's someone's house or something, and you're going to be drinking, you'll give your keys to somebody and say, I know I'm going to be shit-faced, so I can't drive home. And somebody says, well, I'm not going to have that much. I'm only going to have a couple of beers. Give me your keys. I have a backpack, or whatever. I don't know. 16 Candles. Thank you. It was at Jake's house.
I love that movie. Yes.
It was at Jake Ryan's house, and the girlfriend invited everybody to the house. And the one kid took everybody's keys. Yes, that's the movie. You win, Denise. You win.
Classic. I love that movie. John Hughes movies. I adore them. I do.
Well, any John Hughes movie is just classic, and it really epitomized the whole. I mean, right now, if people saw some of these movies, they'd be like, "Oh my God, that's so they can't say that word. Oh my God, they can't show that. Oh my God," and they were PG. Hello.
I talked about that the other day on the show. I said, we had 2 ratings, G, which was a cartoon, and then PG, parental guidance, and it could be, it was, could be PG, your parents should watch with you, or PG, pretty good, parents should watch alone. There was no deciphering until you get into the movie. Yeah. Lockdown with April C said, looking through my notes, and I see Mags says something about the end of the party, but I thought she left with her boyfriend 5 minutes in. That needs a closer look.
Yeah, she said she didn't want to stay very long. She wasn't going to stay long.
Now, she was on the news last night. Hang on. I played it on the show this morning, the weekly recap, so we had a sneak peek. Hang on. Denise said, can you answer what is the lake name?
Posner. The lake, as in the reservoir they're talking about. I'm thinking it's the Posner. I don't know. I'd have to look on the map. I don't know it. Near the campground, the water. The only thing I can think of is that place at the very end of that. But I went down there very easily, and when I was driving down there, the sheriff search and rescue van was driving away from me, and they didn't have anything blocked off, and there was a man with 2 dogs out there, black labs. But that's all that was out there were, a couple of guys with a couple of dogs. And that was that Posner Dam Road, and it just ends right there. But I don't know about the other reservoirs around.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying Prosser Reservoir. Is there a Sullivan Lake? Denise wants to know, is there a Sullivan Lake?
God, question. That's a good question. I would love, and it's interesting. I'm supposed to go up to Squaw Valley this weekend. I was going to leave early tomorrow morning, but I want to go check this out now.
Are we going to be
Now I want to go
again, JPL?
I don't know. If I do, man, I got to do it. I got to go check this out. I got to go talk to some people, because that's, and this triangle with the girl and the ex-boyfriend and that's something to be looked at. I don't know why. Doesn't make me feel comfortable.
Hang on. May, why was I timed out? I didn't say anything mean. I didn't slow down the chat, and we have these bots coming in, and another troll in here, and sometimes the wrong name gets hit. Please don't take it personal, May, please. I have actually timed out mods before, and they come in, they're like, what did I do? And I'm like, I hit the wrong name. I hit the wrong
like that idiot coming in. It's like, what? Come on. Bot.
All right, I want to hear Mags here. Hang on.
Yeah, Golson, we haven't got any really updates today. It's definitely been an emotional day for those family and friends out here, as law enforcement hasn't given really much of an update. But her best friend tells me she won't stop looking for Kiely until she's found.
I just want her to come back and be okay, and just to know that she's loved, and that we all, looked for her, and that we all loved her through this and stuff.
Magdalene Larson says she's been searching for her best friend since she found out Kiely went missing.
The first day that she was missing, I was literally in a car for 12 hours looking for her. But now I've just mostly been here just trying to organize everybody else, and I've been working a lot with the police.
Law enforcement urging the public to share.
Okay, so enough. She's a best friend. Katie's a best friend. Sammy, I'm not going to say. She's been organizing and working with the police. Now, the way she says it, I'm not too upset about. I've been working with the police, not I'm doing their job.
I think she's the girl that was sitting next to Sammy at the community meeting between she and her mom. And yeah, she's a girl. And maybe she is listening to what Sammy says and other, and then passing it on.
It's like, please don't make us do a show called Who is Truly Kylie's Best Friend?
I know. It's yuck. Yeah. Truth or consequences. That's what it is. Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but we should not know anything about any of these kids. The focus should 100% be Kiely and her parents. The kids should just have been giving information to the police. Then we get updates. We have information, not from who, and they're all over the place. They have made a mess out of this. What is going on? It'd be one thing if it's like one kid being the disruptor, but it's several. What the hell are their parents doing? it's hard not to feel bad for her because, yeah, she was sobbing before. She's been very emotional.
You know,
That we all, like looked for her. And
Go ahead, JPL. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about this. She was one of the ladies that when I was walking in had said something like, I was asking them about the time of the meeting, and she was walking in with another lady, and that's one of them is Sammy's mother, and she got very annoyed when I was talking about YouTube, and they were looking at my phone, and then they walked off really fast. So they have something that their kids have told them that they are privy to, that they're, we don't know. Maybe Sammy's supposed to be going off to some high-end college, and she got a scholarship, and they don't want to screw it up, and they want to, a lot of these kids could be doing that too. Their parents are like, don't get involved. You got to go, to your, you got to.
Now that's a good point. Yeah, if you're on the TV, you're all over social media, and you're supposed to be going to college, or you know what I'm saying? You've been accepted into this college, yet your ass is on TV, social. That doesn't mean you can't talk to the police, though.
Right. The parents are just, I'm blown away that they're so flippant about their kids just getting on like Jagger. Oh my God, I wonder what his parents are thinking. Or are they just the same as him and just very, like nonchalant? Say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Well, the problem is, we heard Angela, she said, we are going to, and, the reporter, I can't wait for it to get posted because I got to watch this again, and it's not posted yet.
Yeah, shit.
When he asked about, them interfering basically with the work that the police are trying to do, she said, if we can prove that, yeah, there possibly could be charges filed. There could be. That's going to mess up a scholarship. If right off the bat, you just became an adult, you're 18, and you've got charges like that on you.
Oh. Now you're 18. Yep. Yeah.
that we all loved her through this and stuff.
Magdalene Larson says she's been searching for her best friend since she found out Kiely went missing.
The first day that she was missing, I was literally in a car for 12 hours looking for her. Yeah, but now I've just mostly been here just trying to, organize everybody else. And I've been working a lot with the police.
Law enforcement urging the public to share any information or videos from the party at the Prosser Family Campground where she was last seen.
There has been a lot of video provided, and some of it had to do with a fight that occurred at the party. Detectives right now are asking for any additional video that you have.
Officials would not confirm if Kiely was involved in that altercation, but they did release this picture of Kiely asking the public to focus in on her jewelry.
She's wearing very distinctive gold-colored necklaces. 1, 2, 3 necklaces.
Kiely's family says she always wears those 3 necklaces and likely had them on when she went missing. A code red alert sent out today in an effort to reach more people and hopefully get more volunteers.
It can get exhausting when people aren't seeing that there's a goal or a direction.
But for her best friend, what's keeping you going?
Just finding her. I'm not going to stop until I do.
Now, there is mental health help resources out here for those teens and volunteers or anybody who needs to talk during this time. Now, they're also getting ready for another one of those community meetings here at the Truckee Recreational Center. That'll start here at 5:30. Live in Truckee, Danica Hill, KCRA 3 News.
This is such an emotional time for so many people, friends of hers. And Danica, they're still looking for volunteers. So if people are thinking, man, I'd like to help, what do they need to do to get involved?
Yeah, Golson, they're telling people if you have the time and availability, especially as we go into this weekend, they're wanting to keep the momentum going. They're telling people to come and meet here at the Truckee Recreational Center. Now, they have a mapping tool that they've been using to kind of lay out all the places that people have been. That way, they're not checking the same areas or double backing on some of those same areas. And they're also saying if you're not available to come out here, just share. The Placer County Sheriff's Office has been really good at updating their social media. Those are the updates that they're wanting you guys to share. Back to you.
Yeah, a big effort still going on out there. Danica, thank you.
All right, another best friend. She does seem to have the most emotion.
Yeah, they're all pretty flat. There's no crying.
Well, Mags was pretty broken up the other day. And like Tracy said, so they both dated the same guy, talking about Sammy, been friends a few months. I don't know if they've been, now that's what Sammy said, they've been friends a few months. And I guess they just hit it right off, according to Sammy. She said, been friends a few months, I think. How did they meet anyway? Through Jagger? How did they meet? Who approached who? If they're best friends, why weren't they friends on social media?
Right. Yeah. That's very telling. That is because Facebook and Instagram, they're one and the other. So whatever you post, it can go on Instagram, and that's mostly kids are doing that, and like unless they're just doing that TikTok and that Be Real and the other Snapchat, But I'm telling you, Instagram usually is the one that they're, messaging on.
Yeah, that seems to be the biggie. Betty Joe says, I call bullshit. I don't think any of them are her friends, and I think a lot of them know what happened to her. Lisa Durr said that exact same thing. She left a comment after the first show, and she said, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. She said, these girls are not her friends.
No, I'm telling you, they're not loyal like we, I don't know. I think those chemicals, definitely those hormones, are just going completely crazy, and they're not thinking about loyalty and trust and all of that. They're thinking in the moment. They're high. Oh wow, I got stoned this guy, and he really likes me. And then the other girl goes, he is pretty cute. They're young. They're stupid. Not.
Oh yeah, they might be book smart. They might have done good on their SATs, but they can't even answer something simple. It's really okay. It needs to be taught, not just with kids, but kind of a lot of people in these cases. It's really okay to say, I don't know, I didn't notice. Not take it to the level of Candace Wells, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Sammy, it's like she's a narcissist. She's got to have an answer for everything. Even if that answer changes, she's got to. Molly J said, Prosser Family Campground, $20 per site, $5 for extra vehicle. So there's your proof right there. They all would have to have paid to park. Is this correct?
I don't know. That's an interesting if they would have to. No. I will go buy all those parking places and find out.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Yeah, didn't even think about that. So
I didn't think of that.
Somebody rented.
Because they are state-run parks, and they have to have the rangers and everybody. They've got to pay them, so of course they're going to need that revenue. So,
That's, I didn't even think about that. Man, that's why I love you guys. Well, there's many other reasons. So yeah, somebody had to rent the site. I would love to know who rented the site, whose name it's in. And then besides the person that rented the site, everybody there would have to pay to park.
Or the other thing I was thinking about is who in the ranger department was aware that there was a party going up there with teenagers. Were they even aware? I'm wondering if they were aware. and just didn't go because they think, oh, it's just a bunch of kids. But you would think a ranger would go up and check and make sure they're not doing fire, little bonfires, setting off firecrackers.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for, They're not looking for drunk kids. They're looking for fire. They're looking for people that are like little firebugs that have been going around and even playing around with pyrotechnics, and then they, catch a tree on fire that's been dead for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Now, they said there was no fire out there, but we saw the picture. Gary said 300 people, not 300 cars. I didn't assume there was 300 cars. Okay, I'll cut it in half. I'll put you in the middle. 150. And then this is the picture of the party. You see all the trash all over the ground. So the party was way on its way. And I'm counting like 26 people. Now, you could easily put, from what we saw from the news clip that Sammy was pointing, okay, 26 people, let's say 12, 13, 14, 15 cars. I could see that, but not the party that they're talking about. No, I can't see it. Sorry.
No, unless, like I said, they're hiking in. They're parking in those other parking lots and hiking in. They're hiking in from the other parking lots into that area. But the scary thing is that the lighting, and they got to remember where they parked, unless they have their location on somehow and they are able to, make sure they can get back to their car. I don't know.
Well, Chosen Angel sent this to me yesterday. Campsite 4. Granted, this is just a
Campsite 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the map. Sorry, I'm looking at it.
That's
I mean,
okay.
It's not like the campsites. It's like, here's your campsite, and you've got 20 acres. The other campsites are nearby. They couldn't have had 300 people there, because what if somebody's at campsite 3 or 5 or 2 or 1? It would have spilled over into them making s'mores.
Oh, yeah. They would have heard, all these people and trucks and, yeah.
Okay, then we go to, I'm going back to this. Lack of information about where car was parked at party. This came out this morning. 6 days on from her disappearance, authorities are still struggling to piece together details about where exactly Kiely Rodni's car was last seen at the campground party. So if law enforcement is scratching their head, we damn sure are. So no, I'm not splitting hairs and saying there was 300 cars. I don't even think there was 50.
Yep. They said that they, if there's a question in my head that I'm thinking about, they've already gone over it. So I'm sure they're having a really hard time with that parking lot issue. And the people that were in the car. And was Sammy really driving? Was she really driving? Did she have Kylie's keys? Did something happen to the car? And she's like, I got to get rid of the car. Something's, I smashed your car up or something like that. I have to get rid of the car.
Okay, and if you look at the website for this campground, Just Me said quiet time is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Double Dog Drone left a comment earlier. Welcome to the channel. Hit the sub button. Campsite 4 has a backside that could easily be filled with 300 people. Okay, but I'm really curious as to the parking, obviously, and law enforcement is too. It's not just me it's not me just sitting here bugging everybody with this. They've got questions about it too. Investigators were asked at a community meeting on Thursday night where Kylie's car, they picked up on you, JPL, because you asked the exact same thing Wednesday night. Did you not?
Yes, I did.
And Sammy got upset.
Oh yeah, Mama's arm right over her shoulders, like, oh, it's okay, it's all right. Yep.
On Thursday night, where Kiely's car, a silver 2013 Honda CRV, was parked at the Prosser Family Campground on August 6th, and what other vehicles were parked near it. Officials said that was one of the details they were still trying to piece together. Like I said, if you can't answer a simple question simply, and this is a very simple question, very simple, especially if there was 300 people there, somebody would remember where the silver CRV was and what was parked around it.
Yeah.
Officials said that was one of the details they were still trying to piece together. That question is on a list of about 1,000 others we have, they said. Wow.
And I'm glad I said it to the captain. He was like, parking is a big thing. Yeah. I'm like, Yep.
Crime Bee. So hasn't Sammy told police where the car was parked? Don't they believe her? Seems they don't really believe her. Not saying Sammy's lying. Seems that they don't think Sammy knows. Because Sammy was on the news. We watched the clip. She points. Not very. Did it seem very specific to you, JPL, the way she was pointing it out? It really didn't to me. But anyway, she was on the news and she said this is where she was parked, and then she said this is where the majority of everybody was kind of hanging out. So a majority of 300, I'll give you 275, couldn't have been around those 3 trees she described.
Yeah, no way.
No.
Don't believe that. Nope. Right, guys, here you get treats. My cats are like twins, I swear. Now I'm in the cat treats and they're staring at me like I'm a hamburger. There you go. There you go. Don't eat hers. Okay.
Double Dog Drone says other campers must have just tolerated the excessive noise, or the noise complaints were not followed up on. I just can't imagine.
Yeah, noise complaints, I can imagine. And especially if they did any kind of, like I said, if they had fireworks or whatever, because I hear a lot of them even now. I mean, you hear, fireworks go off and stuff. So I'm wondering if any of them did it up there. But if they're smart and they're from there, probably not because of the fires. And they're taught, but they're drunk and, they're doing other things. And they do stupid things.
Welcome to the channel. This lady has obviously never been to a bush party or bush rave. People park all over, go off in groups, so there could easily a couple hundred people in cars. And if there was Coke, best bet there was GHB. Okay, I got it. Law enforcement is asking simple ass questions. Why can't they be answered then? Why can't they be answered? They're asking about where her car was parked.
Yeah, it's not like they want to know what they did that night with who. They want to know just where she parked. Where were you parked?
Where was she parked?
Yeah.
And what did you see parked around her?
Exactly. Oh, I saw a green car. Great, good. That's good. That's a good clue, but not. Yeah, no.
May said, Brooks, what do you think about Sammy saying she called, then saw Kiely after the party, then said I was driving? Too big of a slip up. Huge slip up.
That's big, yeah.
Huge slip up.
I was driving home and yeah. Which is it? As she's putting her hair behind her ears, like that just freaked her out. She's like, yeah.
Huge slip up. One of many. We could write a book. It would just be called Slip Up. This is absolutely crazy. Molly J said, can't say I've been to a bush rave. We're going to have one at JPL's house, guys. We don't know what it is. We'll figure it out.
I'm not, I only like, what's his face? Gavin Rosdale from Bush. I don't like anything else. But otherwise, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love their music. I love their music. Anything else, guys? Anything we're missing? I'm going to look one more time to see if that press conference is up. Like I said, we caught the majority of it. I mean, it was only like 7 minutes long. KCRA.
I think the community meeting is going to be next at 5:30.
Community meeting. Yep. And ABC 10. Let me see. Nothing up yet. We watched it on Facebook. Let me look at the Reno news. Okay, this is about Kiely, but it's 2 days ago. Nope, that's not it. That has nothing to do with Kiely. Goodness. Yeah, we got to see that again because obviously the most important thing is finding Kiely, but when the reporter was asking about, well, the kid's interfering.
Yeah, radio silent. Oh, I can't remember. Really?
Well, Angela looked ignored. I'm not ignored, annoyed. She was just like, because they're getting so many calls. I promise you, they're getting so many calls and they're getting tons of emails from people going, who's Sammy? Who's Jagger? Why are they taking tips? And they're having to, I guarantee it's clogging up the lines.
Well, listen to this. She got a lot of flack, and which is really weird. I just got in my car, guys. She got a lot of flack for what she wore to the first press conference, the purple dress. I'm like, what? Why would you? She can wear whatever she wants. If she wants to look like a beautiful lady, let her do her thing. Don't be coming down on her about her the way she dresses next to the policeman that she's standing next to. Just not cool.
No, what's the matter with the public information officers wearing? Most of the public information officers wear plain clothes.
Yeah.
Are they not? They must be new to true crime. We can always pick out who the public information officer is.
I was like blown away when I saw some of those comments. I thought, are people crazy? It's like me when I go to the grocery store sometimes. I'll look pretty flamboyant. I mean, I'll look like a little Kardashian girl going into the grocery store. And there are other times I'm like, totally incognito. But if she's up there as a representative, and she wants to look nice. But they got on her about wearing that dress. It was like, can we look at why we're really here and not look at what she's wearing? And,
Well, I thought she looked great.
Me too. She looked great.
I thought it looked nice, actually. I've never seen a public information officer come out and they've got on the uniform. They always dress in plain clothes. They're supposed to be the more approachable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the ones that are giving us the information. Good point, May. Here is another red flag. Sammy also said, I didn't want to become famous over this. Sammy, you're not. You're not. You're not.
No, this might hinder some things. It's almost like the juror that wants to get on the jury.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality. I'm going to make a book deal out of this. I'm going to make it, lifetime with me. Yeah.
Well, and someone in chat said that I have not looked. That Sammy locked down her social media. someone has said something to her, and it could be law enforcement, that the games are over, kids. Jagger's then removing a lot of stuff from his.
Well, hopefully it's the law enforcement or their parents have gotten a lot of flack for letting their kids talk out so much.
But you can't unring a bell once it's out there, and that's what people have seen. That's what they think you're supposed to do. Some people don't double check, and they don't question it. Someone says, I'm her ex-boyfriend, or I'm her boyfriend, whatever the label is today, and the sheriff wants me to filter tips. Sounds weird, but okay. The important thing is finding Kiely. If that's what they want, that's what they want. Better not.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not good to have that. And maybe, I'm serious, maybe the law enforcement said, okay, we've had enough. We don't need your kids anymore. We have enough. We don't need them to keep going out and saying the same thing and maybe screwing up by saying something completely different, or, you know.
Aaron said, a lot of people brought this up, an accident. I wonder if Sammy was going to drive Kiely's car from the parking lot to camp and accidentally hit Kiely, who was hiking back to the car in the dark in that dark hoodie.
I mean, that's possible.
Because yesterday, go ahead, JPL, sorry.
And then she had to get rid of the car. Is that where Jagger comes in? You know?
Could be. They covered it up. I don't know. Yesterday I was going through some stuff and I'm like, are these kids pulling some kind of hoax and just sitting back and doing like a social media experiment? I mean, they're playing with fire. Not cool. I don't like it at all. And now today that I find out that Sammy and her probably weren't friends, since Sammy is Jagger's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Whoa.
That changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah. We just learned that. That's very interesting that she used to be with Jagger.
Mm-hmm. Very, very, Hello, Eddie. What's up? Well, I hate to leave good company, but I've got to get on with my evening. I've got to get dressed up and get out of here. Not that I have like any dinner plans or anything. I just have to get presentable. I got to go pick some things up for the weekend. Hopefully these
Kleenex. Don't forget your Kleenex.
I'm gonna have to. I'm telling you, every time I go to the dentist, if they do anything more than a fluoride rinse, I told you I got a sinus infection from going to the dentist that one time. My sinuses must sit, like right on top of my jaw.
Ouch. Well, good luck to that. Good luck looking beautiful as always.
Well, you are the best, JPL. Enjoy the rest of your lobster. And I'm going to try to get a members live together for tomorrow. I'm going to find out about this case, Everly George. If there's a press conference tomorrow for Kiely, we will be live. Don't worry, not going to take the weekend off or anything. There's too much going on at Sweet Valley High.
Oh, yeah. And I might drive up to Squaw Valley tonight or tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll be up there.
Ooh, yeah. Text me if you go, because we'll go live right then.
I totally will.
Okay, will do. Hey, you guys are the best. Thank you for the amazing comments. Keep it.
Love all of you. Yep.
Always, always. We can agree to disagree. I love hearing other people's ideas and what they're thinking. Like Aaron said, could be an accident, maybe hit her. We were talking about that on the show the other day. I'm surprised with the debauchery and the drinking going on, and it's, dark. It's so dark you can't see anything, that somebody didn't get hit by a car. We talked about that.
Yeah, it's very, very plausible.
All right, well, I'll see you guys over in Discord, and you guys have a great Friday night. Going to be back on probably sometime tomorrow, so hit that reminder, and see you back here shortly. Thanks for being so awesome, and always an interesting conversation. Never fails. You guys are the best. See you guys later. Bye-bye.